Santa Fe number 3751 holds the title as the oldest surviving 484 steam engine in the world. She was also the first 484 built for the AT&SF. This engine had an eventful history, so let's get started. Built in 1927 by the Baldwin Locomotive Works in Philadelphia, 3751 was the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe Railway's first 484 steam locomotive. During tests, it was revealed that the engine was 20% more powerful than the 482 Mountain-type engines, which were Santa Fe's most advanced locomotives at the time. Santa Fe adopted the terminology heavy mountain, new mountain, or mountain four-wheel trailer as a notation for the new 484 type. 3751 started service that same year. In 1936, like most other engines in the West, 3751 was converted to burn oil instead of coal. 2 years later, in 1938, she was given a larger tender to be able to hold 20,000 U.S. gallons. 3751 was also present at the grand opening of Union Passenger Terminal in Los Angeles on May 7, 1939, pulling the Scout, one of Santa Fe's crack passenger trains, as it arrived from Chicago. She was the first steam locomotive to bring a train to Los Angeles' Union Station. In 1941, along with the other heavy mountain locomotives, 3751 was given upgrades like 80-inch drive wheels, a new frame, and roller bearings. The engine also received an LM-192 whistle, replacing her old LM-191 whistle. Here's a sample of the LM-192 whistle. During the same year, 3751 reached its highest recorded speed of 103 miles per hour, or 166 kilometers per hour. 3751 continued running until 1953, when she was scheduled to pull the last regular service steam-powered passenger train on the Santa Fe on August 25th between Los Angeles and San Diego. Afterward, 3751 was stored at the Redondo Junction Roundhouse in Los Angeles for 4 years. In 1957, the engine was officially retired from the Santa Fe's roster. 3751 was put on display in San Bernardino, California 1 year later in 1958. In 1981, the San Bernardino Railroad Historical Society was formed with the idea of restoring 3751 and making her operational again. 3 years later, in 1984, the engine was sold to the group for 1 cent. Yes, you heard right, 1 cent. It was sold to the SBRHS under the condition that they must restore and operate the engine. In 1986, 3751 was moved to California Steel Industries in Fontana, where she was restored at a cost of $150,000. The Wikipedia article on 3751 says it cost $1.50, but I'm sticking with $150,000 because $1.50 is way too low. If it costs that much, I'd probably have my own locomotive by now. Yeah. Anyways, back to what we were talking about. On August 13th, 1991, 3751 moved under her own power for the first time in 38 years. She ran her first excursion from Los Angeles to Bakersfield on December 27th, 1991, hauling 16 passenger cars. 2 Santa Fe EMD FP45s accompanied 3751 on her journey. Since then, 3751 was used for a large number of excursions and display events. During her excursion career, 3751 would undertake her biggest assignment yet. In August of 1992, she ran the entire route of the ATSF's Southern Transcon between Los Angeles and Chicago with 3 Santa Fe GE-840 CWs. The big engine spent 18 days traveling over 2,300 miles, or 3,700 kilometers in both directions. One of the stops on the Southern Transcon route was Topeka, Kansas, where the engine would attend that year's Topeka Railroad Days. During her short time in Topeka, 3751 was displayed along Union Pacific 3985, also known as the Challenger. Over the next several years, she attended many display events and ran excursions, as previously mentioned. As of the making of this video, 3751 returned to Steam again after her recent 2021 overhaul. 3751 might not be the most popular Steam engine in the United States, but she is certainly one of the fastest. Thank you for watching this episode of PRP's Real History. I'll not be taking any requests for my next video, as I already have an idea of what it's going to be. It will be focused on a certain yellow and silver streamlined locomotive that's currently in Baltimore. Anyways, thanks a ton for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.